5 richest fashion designers in the world, 2022. Fashion design has traditionally been recognized as the most challenging profession in the world, and it's not hard to see why. The use of aesthetics and the arts in the creation of clothing and accessories is what is meant by the term. There must be a constant awareness of current events, as well as the application of one's creativity. Since people will always need clothes, the fashion industry is ripe for profit. Fashion has evolved over the years because so many people with extraordinary talent worked tirelessly to share their gifts with the world. They have always met our needs as fashionistas while also making a reputation for themselves. Hello everyone and welcome to another video on our channel. In today's video, we'll be looking at the 5 richest fashion designers in the world. Yeah, you heard it right, so let's get started with our video. Number 1. Giorgio Armani. Founder and CEO of Armani Group, Giorgio Armani is worth a staggering $9.6 billion, making him the world's richest fashion designer by 2022. In 1965, he opened Arma, a boutique specializing in men's clothing, but it soon expanded to include women's clothing as well. After opening his first high-end store in Italy in 1984, Giorgio Armani's designs were so well-liked that his company had grown to over 300 locations by the time he sold the company for $8 billion. He's acknowledged as being one of the first designers to introduce Italian design to a global market. Number 2. Ralph Lauren. Ralph Lauren is a fashion designer from the United States who's best known for his Polo Ralph Lauren apparel line. He worked as a salesperson for Brooks Brothers after serving in the U.S. Army and studied at Baruch College before founding his own company named after himself with only $50,000 in money raised from selling ties. In 1968, he created his first design, a highly successful polo shirt. Ralph Lauren's brand now encompasses everything from jeans and footwear to furniture, sunglasses, and other accessories. He's one of the world's wealthiest fashion designers. He has $7.5 billion in net worth. Ralph also owns the RRL retail network, which sells both historical reproductions and his own modern creations. He's been praised for having one of the industry's most successful track records. Number 3. Miuccia Prada. Miuccia Prada was born into a family of artists. She began working at her father's company when she was 15 years old and eventually rose to the position of creative director. Her father had retired at the time. In 1979, he founded a luxury leather products company with her husband and father-in-law. This was after taking over as head designer for Patrizio Bartelli. After he retired, the baguette bag, designed in 1985, and the handbag with Uranus handle, designed in 1989, are two of her most recognized designs. Prada's creations were quite famous among Hollywood's most prominent celebrities. She has a net worth of $5 billion as a successful businesswoman, making her one of the world's richest fashion designers in 2022. Number 4. Domenico Dolce and Stefano Gabbana. Dolce & Gabbana is a luxury fashion brand that was created in 1985 by this Italian designer duo. They've designed a wide range of designs from rich and opulent materials with varied patterns to striking gangster suits that harken back to the Prohibition era. Aside from their outstanding aesthetics, one thing that sets them apart is that their marketing campaigns always contain lavish images. Whether it's billboards or centerfold magazine spreads, you'll never witness anything less than an aesthetic feast when looking at a piece. Created by this company, Dolce & Gabbana nowadays is defined by 2 words: luxury and innovation. The world fell in love with Domenico Dolce and Stefano Gabbana's opulent style of design at first, but they have since extended to include more than just clothes, including fragrances, eyewear, and hotels. Each of them is worth $1.7 billion as of 2022, making this a very rich Italian family, certainly. Number 5. Valentino Garavani. More than 50 years ago, Valentino Garavani began his career as a designer of high-end women's apparel. He's known for dressing some of the most well-known women in the world, including Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis and Michelle Obama. Valentino Garavani, an immigrant from Italy who arrived in Paris with little money and no knowledge of French, managed to become one of the richest names in fashion by combining his signature romantic and dramatic style with the sensibility of a couturier. This allowed Valentino Garavani to become one of the richest names in fashion. The year 2022 will find him listed among the wealthiest fashion designers in the world. Valentino is now working on projects in New York, Paris, Milan, London, and Shanghai. In addition to designing for his own label, which is known as Valentino, Forbes magazine estimates that Valentino Garavani brings in $300 million a year from his various business endeavors. As a result, the fashion designer is estimated to have a net worth of $1.5 billion. Well, that's all for today's video. Tell us in the comment section how this one was. I hope that you found this video interesting. If you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing for more. And don't forget to give comments and provide us with your valuable feedback. We'll see you in the next video with some more amazing, luxurious facts and stories. And until then, stay tuned.